Black people in a whole don't really respect the whole therapy field.
They don't. It's a
They
growing
kind of
field.
shun it.
They do.
Yeah.
But they started to realize that if you look left and right, people are dying from it. I mean, Robin Williams, Whitney Houston,
Yeah.
Heath Ledger, Michael Jackson. The list go on and on and on.
Yeah.
People that you look from afar, you look like, damn, I want that life. Now realizing they're going through a lot of stuff in their life. And so the money, the fame cannot save them from their mental health issues. So if you don't take care of your mental health, you're gonna suffer from it.
Hey, what the name of this show?
I Talk Gray.
I Talk Great.
Are you a business owner, entrepreneur, entertainer, and you got a story to tell? You want to get your brand out there to the world? Well, you reached the right place. Let's set up an exclusive interview between me and you, I Talk Gray, and we're going to go ahead and get your brand out there to the world. But here what you do. Go ahead and send me an email with the words Gray at italkgraymedia@gmail.com. See you soon. Y'all already know what it is. It's Mr. Williams with the I Talk Gray podcast. Man, I got a heavy hitter in the building. Hold on. Got a Dr. Jeff Rocker. What's going on, brother?
Living the dream as always, my brother.
Yes, of course, man. How you doing?
Oh, man, life is good. Life is great, man. I've been blessed.
Man, I'm so sure. Man, we've been running into each other for a minute now. We was been supposed to get this going.
Long overdue, trust me.
Yeah, man. I just saw you the other day at the Heels and Motivation.
Oh, man.
What brought you out there?
Teresa, man, I got to support her in her events, man. She's doing big things in the community, so I definitely come out there to support my girl.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Yo, you be all over the place, man. I ain't even gonna front. It be hard to catch up with you, man.
Oh, man, the grind don't stop, man. I always say you got to travel with a purpose, my brother.
Nah, facts. But I'm so glad that you're here, man. You know what I mean? Got to put the doctor, right?
Got to, man.
PhD.
I work hard for it.
Yeah, bro. Okay. So let's start from the beginning, right?
Okay.
Tell us who you were before the doctor. Give us a little brief snippet.
So, for those of you who don't know, I got my bachelor's, master's, and doctorate. So, before the doctor, I got my master's in mental health counseling. So, I was doing a little bit of therapy within the community. And I was doing something called hip-hop therapy with the kids. And for those who don't know, that's where I teach kids about mental health through the use of hip-hop.
Okay.
And that joint was blowing up, and we were having fun. We was dancing, we was rapping. And it got a lot of buzz here in the South Florida area. And I get a call from, surprisingly, by someone, of course, we all know, named Taraji P. Henson.
What?
Yeah, she saw it. She loved it. Of course, she loved the idea. So she invited me out to her conference in D.C. Of course, I presented the hip-hop therapy. And then from there, it was up ever since.
Wow, yo, that's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Hip-hop therapy.
Yeah, you never know who's watching.
Yeah, no, big facts.
Yeah.
So you still doing that now, or you get it up?
Oh, man.
Because I'm about to say, hip-hop now? You know, hands on your knees. Hands on your... I don't know how we going to use. I got a love divas.
Hey.
I mean, it's riding though.
It's riding though.
But I don't know how. Yeah, but I don't know how we gonna use it for therapy.
Oh man, it's very interesting, man. Hip hop is very universal. So whether you like it or you don't, man, music is powerful. It's
Yes, facts.
It's definitely healing, to say the least.
Well, I think it depends on what kind of music you're listening to, right? Because hip hop nowadays, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's not really the most. I mean, I wouldn't really want my kids to be listening to some of this stuff that's going on.
I mean, listen, there's a song for everybody.
Okay.
It may not be the most songs of hip hop you may like, but there's a song for you. If you need something motivation, there's a song for that.
Yeah.
Maybe something a little ratchet, there's a song for you. But there's a little bit of everything.
ratchet.
Sometimes you need that.
Okay. Well, explain when you would need the ratchet then.
That's your preference, of course. Everybody, that's all it comes back to. What's your preference? What you're looking for? Because listen, if you're at the club, you're trying to turn up, you need something to bring you back into that mode and where you're at peace but having fun. Then you're gonna listen to those type of music. But if you're somewhere like you're trying to grind, you're working, you're trying to make your money, you need a movie that's motivational. So it all depends on what you're looking for in that time. Because I don't think that you're one way every way. So the way you're in the club is gonna be different the way you're in a board meeting, and so the music that you listen to is gonna be very different as well.
Okay. You got to have balance.
Got to. That's the name of the game.
Okay. But seeing how like you're so much in the public eye, right?
Yeah.
You're kind of like a public figure. Do you feel like you got to be all Dr. Martin Luther King? Like you can't make a mistake?
Oh, hell nah. Listen, this is how I got here because I've been so relatable.
Okay.
People get to see, of course, all the accolades, the credentials, but they also see like, yo, I saw this man in the club the other day. He turned up, he popping bottles too. You feel me? So
Okay.
I like to have fun. Listen, I like to have fun.
Okay.
Because my main mission has always been, I need more black doctors in this field. And one of the reasons why we don't have them because this field is a field where it's not cool, it's not relatable.
Yeah.
You know, so when you can see someone that you could look like, damn, he look just like me. He came from the same neighborhood as me, and yet he's doing all this.
Yes.
I could do that too.
Okay.
Just like you saw a black president, now you be like, I could be a black doctor too.
Yeah. No facts. But why do you think things that are actually good for us, right, and healthy for us, are considered boring? Like, man, you are lame. Like, you eating broccoli?
Well, first of all, broccoli. Listen, the healthy things are more expensive. So
yeah,
money's a problem, but also being relatable, my brother. Because if you see like the people that you look up to, if you see them eating broccoli, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna eat broccoli too. The thing is, we don't promote what's healthy on the social media platforms. We promote all what's unhealthy because that's what people tend to gravitate to.
Yeah.
I think I talked to I'm Revolt. I was talking to G Herbo.
Okay.
He was telling me that I just put music that people love to hear. So they want to hear the trap music. I'm gonna put music out there, the trap music. But if you want to hear about healthy ways to do things, then I could put more music about that.
Okay. But do you think the artist should take some form of accountability because at the end of the day, what the music and they're projecting is really detrimental to most people's mindset? Even though, yeah, we may want to turn up a bit because some people may not know how to turn it off. They may still be wanting to turn up on a Tuesday. You see what I'm saying? Because they didn't turn it off from Saturday night. So how do you think the artist should look at that?
Listen, I can't put it on only one person. You know?
Okay.
We all got to be held accountable because at the end of the day, it takes a village. As you know, to raise a child, it takes a village to raise everybody in this community. So everybody has a role to play. Whether it be the artist, whether it be me, whether it be you, this platform, everybody has a role to play in this.
Okay. I like what you just said. It takes a village.
It does.
I think we kind of lost that, though, because when you see some of these kids now and you're like, yo, hey, you ain't my daddy. So how you think, like, what do you think about that?
I may not be your daddy, but I'm probably a role model to you.
Okay.
And that's why it goes back to you never know who's watching. You know, there's kids out there where, I know, listen, I grew up born and raised in Miami. I went to North Miami Beach. Where my dream, I never thought about being a doctor. That was never in the atmosphere for me to be a doctor. My plan, like most inner city black kids, was to play ball. I thought I was going to go to the NBA. I was about to make millions.
Okay.
That was my way to get out the hood. I never thought being a doctor was part of my plan. But as I went through life, I started thinking, you know what? Once I realized, well, first of all, let me just say, once I realized I wasn't going to the NBA, that's the first thing.
Okay.
I had to pivot.
Okay.
And that pivot, I was really like, what can I do to A, make a lot of money, B, make an impact? And I was like, damn, maybe being a doctor in this field of mental health, because while I was growing up, the only people that was doing this were people like a Dr. Phil. And I know the people that I look up to or people I relate to, they would never go to a person that looks like or acts like a Dr. Phil.
No, facts.
But they're more likely to go to someone who look like me to help them. But there's not enough of us in this field. So that's what people tend to deal with the issues by themselves. And that's how they get in trouble, and then they do some crazy shit, and then now they're on the news for doing something that they ain't supposed to be doing.
No, facts. Well, okay, so you said when you realized that you wasn't going. Yeah. What made you realize that you wasn't going? Because you look kind of swole, bro. Like, you're supposed to be in the NFL or, you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
UFC, something. Or UCF or whatever.
All the above.
Yeah.
So what's my coach? You know, he gave me some opportunity. He said, listen, you're not going to get a scholarship for college. What's your plan? I was like, oh, shit. You lying. Because I've been playing.
What grade
ball.
was this, though?
I would say as a junior in college, so 11th grade. Yeah, he was.
Was you nice like that? Like how do you?
I believe I was nice, but you know, I wasn't getting no calls. So when you ain't getting no calls, sometimes that's like a eye opener. Like, yo, what's next? You feel me? Because if your plan has always been this is going to be your plan to make it out, and your plan it's not making sense right now, you got to find a different route. So, So at that point, I had to do a lot of reflecting. Okay. You know, and I reflect. I was like, yo, what's needed? And what's achievable, and what can make a bigger impact in the community, and that's where I led to being in the field of therapy.
But what did you see in the community, right, that said, okay, I could be a doctor? Because being a doctor is just as only you would know, but I would feel like that's just as challenging as going into the NBA.
Oh yeah, no.
Because brother, you look like 26. No, so
forever young, my brother. Forever young. Black don't crack.
I see. So it's like, did you ever feel like, you had to kind of prove your credentials because you look so young?
I think no matter where you're at in life, you always got to prove yourself.
Okay.
Because you have people who want to challenge you, people going to try you, people who think that, You know, for whatever they're looking for ways to bring you down, but you don't let that stop you. That's what I said. We've been working. You've been seeing me for many years now.
Yeah.
And as you said, I've been going up, and there's always gonna be people trying to pull you down, but you don't let that stop you. So that's why I've been licensed in 22 states, to let people know that I'm not just local, and I'm not just big in Florida, but I'm here across the country.
Yeah.
You know, I'm seeing
United States. Hold on, let's go ahead and clap that up.
Let's go.
Hey.
You know, because first of all, I want to give people access to me. That's one of the reasons why I want to be licensed in multiple states, but also, like I said, do bigger things on a global scale.
Yeah. Yo, bro, when I saw that, I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, man, this man is all over United States. But I'm not even gonna front. Yes, the black don't crack, but you look young as hell. So I'm thinking like, okay, he had to get Dr. Umar. You know, they don't believe him. He's a psychiatrist at all. You know, like you got to show those credentials.
You got to.
So, okay. You graduated high school, right? You went to college.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was next for you? Like, were you just good straight out the gate? Like, how long did it take you to kind of get in your swag?
And you talking about in therapy, right?
Yes.
So, man, listen, everything about it now, that shit hurts. Because when I graduated, I remember, I would never forget my first job with a master's degree. I was making about $32,000 a year.
With a master's degree?
With a master's motherfucking degree.
Damn.
So when I tell you that shit hurt me, because I'm thinking I'm about to make millions, I'm about to make some money, I'm about to.
You're going to be bling bling.
I'm going to live the life.
Okay.
Nah, reality check. We don't make money. You know,
Wow.
On a national, traditional, average level, we do not make enough money as it is. We on the scale.
With a master's degree?
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, my brother, we on the same page, almost like teachers. And to be a teacher, of course, you probably just need a bachelor's degree. We got masters. We're all right on the same scale. So that's why at that point, once I saw it, I was like, no, this can't be my life. Especially living in South Florida, you know, it's expensive down here.
Yeah.
So
Especially now.
So $32,000 a year. I don't know where you're gonna be living at. Probably in a hole in the wall, but you're
facts.
Not down here. So I had to figure out what can I do to get paid and live the lifestyle that I want to live, because I want to live good. If I work hard, so I want to live good as I should. So that's why I decided to work with the clients that I've been working with, which is of course celebrities and people of high status.
Okay, but doing my due diligence, you started off, or are you still in like marriage and family?
Yes.
What made you start off with that?
Well, actually, my master's is in mental health counseling, and my doctorate is in marriage and family therapy. Okay. So I want to get all phases of the therapy realm and just be able to help people in all sides of things.
Okay. So there was no, like, your childhood then? Like, what was that like? Did that have any influence in you wanting to get into like marriage and family? Like, where are you from, like your background?
Oh, yeah, you know, I'm a Zoe for life, my G. So,
okay, ça passe.
Nah, boule, we in the buildings.
Hey, Kijoye.
Oh, we bien.
Okay.
Bien.
So were you born there and came over here, or were you born here?
Born and raised in Miami.
Okay, so your mom and your dad is from Haiti.
Yes, they are.
Okay. So what's your favorite Haitian dish?
Oh, man, Gicole.
Gicole. Okay. Yeah, man, I be liking that bun, you know what I'm saying?
Or a griot.
Well, I used to, but when it kind of, you know, when you hit like 40, the digestive system don't, work the same.
Ooh, I ain't there yet, so I got a couple of years before then.
Yeah, bro, I ain't even going front. When you hit the 4, I was like, God damn, okay. It tastes good, don't get me wrong.
It does.
But if it ain't going down,
it's a wrap.
No, facts. So do you feel your upbringing played a part in your decision to wanting to deal with marriage and families?
I would say my upbringing led me to the decision of being a doctor, because as you know, in Caribbean families, that's the only couple of fields you got: your doctor, nurse, lawyer, engineer. Yeah. So although they put it out there, I never thought that was achievable. You know, they talk about it, you hear about it, but you talking about being a doctor, usually like when you actually go into the process, like this shit is hard. Not only is it hard, but it's not for everybody.
No, facts.
So, if you work hard, you want it bad enough, which I did, because like I said, I had an idea with the lifestyle I wanted to live. I said, to get there, I have to achieve this, and that's how I got to where I'm at today. Okay, so you was able to say, okay, the marriage and family is cool. I was doing that, right? But then now, the more celebrity kind of status, or the celebrity realm, is what brings you to the lifestyle that you really want. Well, that, and also that's my passion, because for those who don't know, I used to act back in the day. Really? I used to model. I'm a musician. Of course, I used to play ball. So all these are personal passion of mine. So I say, how can I take what I'm passionate about and put into something I'm doing for a living, which is doing therapy? Yes. So I decided to take all of that, put it together, which is now allows me to be a celebrity therapist and work for people in the entertainment industry. Okay, so you used to, what kind of
part of the music industry you was in? You was rapping, you was singing?
Oh, I'm musician, piano and drums.
What?
I was actually in a marching band too.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
Yeah,
so you just never know what somebody doing.
You don't, man. The little acting gigs, here. I was TV show Ballers. I was on a movie.
I think I saw that, Ballers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the movie Baywatch with The Rock.
What? You was in Baywatch?
Yeah, so I do a little bit of everything. And then of course the more recent one, or the latest one, was the rap shit with Issa Rae.
Okay, that's dope, man. Mm-hmm. So what would be like your ultimate role you could see yourself playing?
Myself.
Okay. Who would you be playing or would you have somebody else playing?
I gotta be playing my role, man.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Man, we gotta see that when it come out, man.
Oh, sooner than later.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So all right, so you said the celebrity part, right?
Yeah.
That was what you was doing. Or that's what you're doing currently.
Correct.
Okay. So is there really such a thing called Hollywood talk? When you get hit with that, yeah, I'm gonna call you. You know, it's that Hollywood talk. You know what I'm saying? When you don't ever hear from them again, or they give you the other number.
I've been blessed where I've never been able to experience that directly, but of course there's a lot of people like that. But for those who get those type of responses, because they don't believe in who you are. And so I say you always gotta constantly prove yourself. So when I'm meeting people for the very first time, I can meet a Jay-Z today, and I'm gonna respect Jay-Z, but I let Jay-Z know you gotta respect me too.
Okay.
You big in your field, and I'm big in my field, so you must respect what I do for a living, just as much as I respect you. So when you come and respect them like that, they're gonna look at you very different. They're gonna realize, I gotta come correct with this man. I can't treat him like he's somebody on the street, and I gotta treat him like he's good at what he's doing. He's a professional, and he's serious about what he does for a living.
Okay. Mm-hmm. No, I can feel that. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get in the limelight, sometimes they could kind of little bro you.
Yeah.
What they say. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like our generation, and not even just our generation, black people in a whole don't really respect the whole therapy field.
They don't. It's a growing
field. They kind of shun it.
They do.
Yeah.
But they started to realize that if you look left and right, people are dying from it. I mean, Robin Williams, Whitney Houston, Heath Ledger, Michael Jackson. The list go on and on and on. People that you look from afar, you look at like, damn, I want that life. Now realizing they're going through a lot of stuff in their life. So the money, the fame cannot save them from their mental health issues. So if you don't take care of your mental health, you're gonna suffer from it.
No, facts. I guess when people just hear the word mental, they thinking of like Straight Jacket. You know what I'm saying?
Or The Exorcist. And people climbing the walls. Spinning. Nah, that's not it, man.
And it's like, bro, you've been through something.
We all need it, my brother. We all need that mental health checkup. I say every year people get the physical checkup. So every year we should get the mental health checkup as well.
Nah, big facts. Get that mental health checkup, man. Okay, so your name is Ask Jeff, right?
All day.
So who is Jeff asking questions?
Ooh, listen, one thing about me, I'm big on my family support system. So I ask my brother, my family, loved ones, I can't do this by myself, because of course I'm in the field where people come to me with their issues. Yeah. So all I hear is negativity all day throughout the day when I'm working.
No,
so when I'm off the clock, I make sure I'm off the clock.
Off the clock. It ain't 24/7.
And then of course lean on the people that cares about me as much,
Okay. Okay, so seeing that you came from the marriage and family, right? Are you married?
Yes.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. Because I would figure, okay, if you're going to give advice on marriage, then you would have to be married. How long have you been married?
A couple of years now.
A couple of years. Well, congratulations on that. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and, the man is married, all right? So nobody in the DMs.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. So there's a lot of, I would say, propaganda going on around about marriage now, right? So what would you say is some of the secret sauces to a happy marriage?
Of course, I will go to the cliche with the communication, but I would just say level of understanding. Because everybody's different, and you have to understand that the way you want things to work for you, that your partner may say very differently, and that's okay. You just you have to find out what works for the relationship on both sides of things. Okay, and that's more powerful than anything else. Okay,
what works for you is necessarily might not work for the other person.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Okay, I mean I hear people say that like, well, this works for us, but like, bro, you could barely walk, so clearly it ain't working. You know what I'm saying? So how would you speak to that?
Here's the thing. Everybody want to fit everybody into a bracket or a box. That a marriage should look like this. It should look like that. Or a relationship should look like this. Should look like that. That's not real life, my brother. Because the more successful ones are the ones that do it and what makes them happy and fit whatever bracket they fit that fits for them.
Okay.
When you try to fit society standards and traditions and culture, that's when you start getting in trouble. That's when you start getting into heartbreaks and headaches and frustration and anger and everything else. So do what's best for you and your relationship, and that's all that matters. Block out all the outside noise and everything else, because people are always going to judge it. People are always going to dictate, oh, no, this is the right way, this is the wrong way. It doesn't matter. The right way is what you believe is the right way for your relationship.
Okay. I feel that, man. You know what I'm saying? What you believe.
Yes.
So in your marriage, right, before you got married, did you take your wife to any of those forbidden places? Let me read out some of them. Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle. Chipotle be busting. I don't know why they tripping, but you know that list was going around on where not to take a woman.
Oh, definitely cheesecake. She loves cheesecake, so you know. But you know, listen, I'm all about having a good time. I always say, listen, a nice walk in the park could be the best time ever. It all depends who you're doing it with.
No facts.
So if you're trying to judge these different restaurants and everything, it doesn't even matter. If you have a good person that you're with and you're having a good time, that's all that matters.
Okay, no, I would believe so too, because I feel like when you take a female just straight to the 5-star restaurant, it's a lot of reactivity going on there, and she's not really seeing you, the real person. So it's like you're getting her excited with all these things and champagne, but you know what I mean? Once you get into the relationship and all that dies down, or maybe you have a hard month, she like, yo, what's up? We going to Roof Chris? And I'm like, damn, I can't afford it right now. You know what I'm saying?
All right, listen, I'd rather take a person to something like a library, throw them off, you know, and just about,
a library?
Yeah, because you think in a library, what can we do? Talk. And that's all I want us to do is talk. And then that's when you get to learn a person. We could do the restaurants every day. We could do the extravagant stuff later, the traveling around the world. But I'll take you to a nice place where all I want to do is just talk to you. And I want you to talk to me so you get to know me. And then I get to know each other. See, can this work? And what's the future holds for us?
Yeah, yes. No, see, that's grown man-ish. See, ladies, it's okay to go to Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Right? So I got another question for you, right?
Sure, what's up?
Do you think the idea of a woman staying home now and the man bringing home the bacon, is that an outdated model, or can that still survive in today's demographics?
Anything can survive depending if you have an understanding about each other's roles. You know, like I said, once again, we're not going to fit into today's society. If you would like the traditional route, you go that traditional route as long as you and your partner understand each other, what that looks like and what that entails. That works for you guys, guess what, that works. If it doesn't, change it up. Don't be afraid to change it up, because now some people who are all old school can't relate to today's world doing things. So if today's world is telling you, yo, it takes 2 incomes to make it away, then shit, you need to work. You feel me? And that's okay.
Yeah.
So you do what needs to be done to make sure that you have a happy household.
No, facts. Because I'm all okay for the so-called traditional way, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of these new age women, they just want to stay home and scroll on their phone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, if I'm out getting the bacon, I shouldn't have to come home and there's no bacon.
Listen, that's for you talking about the ones who stay at home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Listen, I can't.
If we're gonna go in that role,
I can defend that. Then see, everybody got a role to play. So make sure you play the role, because listen, it takes a foundation to keep a house up, standing up, but it also takes an understanding on every pillar, because every pillar plays a role to keep a house standing up. Feel me? So
no, facts.
If it's working for you, then it's work. If it's cleaning for you, it's taking care of the kids or protecting the household. Everybody got a role, and you got to play the role right, because any missing role, the house is gonna crumble.
Facts, big facts. Okay, so what would you say to a client that, well, there's 2 clients, right?
Okay, talk to me.
One of them is coming from the traditional great family house, white picket fence, mommy and daddy, siblings, backyard, right?
Yeah.
The other family is this more side kids, right? Just mom, dad is there every now and again when he can, you know what I mean? But both of the kids don't like the dad. They're looking at each other's side like, hey, I wanted what you have. I wanted what you had. How could you like speak to that on a psychological level?
About the kids not liking their dads?
Yeah. And wanting what each other has. Like, oh man, you lived with him. But the other kid is like, shit, you could have been took his ass, because I didn't want to live with him. I wanted what you had, because you got the Nikes and the the Xbox and the PlayStation and, you know, all the things that's deemed like better now in society.
I think it goes back to, you want to make sure when you're raising your kids, you come from a healthy household and create those standards for your house. Because at the end of the day, people tend to get jealous and envy. Those 2 things are killers of a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of family households. So when you have kids and you, of course, you have a 2-parent household, you want to make sure you're balancing the love that you give out to the kids as evenly as possible. Now, everything can't be as 50-50 or how evenly you try and divide it, but you got to try your best and teach them the more important things about life, not just about the materialistic stuff, but what people need to know to get through the life struggles. Because that's the thing that people don't get taught enough is that how do you get through the hardships of life.
Yeah.
Because you know the good parts. You know what to do. You know, go to school, go to work, but how do you get through a breakup? How do you get through, grief and loss?
Yeah,
those type of things. And those are the type of conversations you need to have with your kids because life, when it hits, it's going to hit you. It's going to hit you, all of us, hard.
Like an uppercut in the gut.
It does. But it's not about if it's going to hit you. It's about how do you plan on getting back up from that.
Facts.
And that's what separates people who are mentally stable and people who are not so mentally strong
Yeah.
to deal with those type of issues.
Yeah. No, you're right, man, because like me personally, my daughter, she lived in New York, right? Mm-hmm. And I would bring her here every summer to visit me because that's what the courts gave me. Mm. But when she came here like older, as she got older, she was just telling me about things of how she was feeling about me not being around. But my first response was like, what? Flew your ass here on first class, da-da-da-da-da. So I had to learn real quick. You can do all those things for your child, right? Take them to Paris, Africa, wherever the hell.
It don't matter.
And they would tell you, man, I was just trying to chill with you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I tell parents all the time, you have to pay attention to what the child is actually wanting versus giving them the things probably psychologically that you probably wanted. Because sometimes these kids don't even want all that extravagant stuff.
Being present means so much more than money.
Yeah, facts.
And so for a kid, they need their dad, they need their moms within the household because you guys get to teach them how to navigate through life.
Yeah.
If not, they're gonna have to learn it through social media. And as you see, social media is a dangerous place to learn a lot of things. Man,
who are you telling? I think social media can mess you up real quick.
It can.
So what would you say is the role of the father in the household?
You know what? I go back and forth on this because we go to the traditional way, being a leader, being a protector. But I want you to just do what's best for your family and for whatever that may be for your family. Because I need a flexibility for the man and the woman. Because I don't want to put these simplistic roles on any one person because you never know is that going to work for your family at that time. Yeah. Yes, people say be the leader, provider. Okay. That can happen in most cases, but that may not happen in all cases. There's going to be times where you're going to be the one possibly being at home with the kids, and your wife may be the one providing because she probably makes more money than you. Probably you have a flexible job where you can work from home, so you're probably with the kids. So you never know. That's what I'm saying. Don't get stuck into what's traditional or what's the norm. I want you to do and create something what's worked for you because if you could do that, I promise you, we all be at more peace. But if you're trying to fit something that's not working for you, I'm telling you, you're going to be stressed out throughout the whole time.
Facts. Put them phone downs, people.
You got to.
It ain't on what it's supposed to be.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
I was looking at your website, and I saw that you gave therapy to a 3-year-old. How?
A lot of play therapy. So
play therapy?
Yes.
Okay. Explain that.
So with play therapy, you of course you have to meet the kids where they at. For all my clients, you got to meet them where they're at. So of course with a 3-year-old, there's not much talking involved, but there's a lot of nonverbal communication being involved. So with the play therapy, they can tell what's good, they can tell what's bad, they can tell what's fun, they can tell what's not. So through that, you could communicate a lot with a kid that age.
Okay, so it's kind of like seeing their actions then.
It goes a long way for kids at that age. Yeah.
No, to me, I think that's with anybody because I tell people all the time, pay attention to a person's actions. You'll never be fooled by their words.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully your actions and your words coincide. You know what I'm saying? But lots of times it don't work like that. So I get into it with a lot of people because I'm like, man, that's not what you did. Oh, yeah, that's what I said. Nah, but you did something different, bruh. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to look at that more so than I look at what you actually said to me.
But then again, life is never that black and white. It's never that simple. I would say, and life is all gray. That's
all gray. You hear what he said?
All gray. There's so many options on the table. There's so many ways to skin a cat. There's so many ways to achieve a goal. So once you figure out what works for you, you pick that one. But understand, if that doesn't work, you can switch to another option. But it's never just one way or another. There's millions of ways to solve a problem.
No, facts. See, you heard what the doctor said, right? We talking gray all day. Yeah. So do you think bullying is a sign of a troubled kid? Because I thought, I'm from New York originally. Yeah. And you got to have a tough skin. Yeah. Growing up in Queens, and I feel like these kids nowadays, they kind of soft. He took my lunch. Go get it back. but maybe something's wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? So do you think bullying at the end of the day is a sign of like, hey, this kid is troubled or something's going on in the home?
It's always something going on. Now, what that looks like could be very different. It could be trouble in the home, it could be trouble at school, it could be trouble with themselves, how to perceive themselves, or just trying to fit in. I mean, there's a list of things they could be going through. But understand that when you're going through those tough times, whether it be the person that's bullying or the person that's getting bullied, you know, both of them need to get the help that they need. I know sometimes people just focus on the victim, right? The person that's getting bullied, but not think about the bully who also is going through a lot of, whether it be domestic violence, you know, of substance abuse at the home or the gang violence. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the home that people don't know about. So it's hard to judge anybody because you don't know what's going on in people's houses these days.
No, that's big facts. But I guess that brings it back to the actions, right? Like, some people would say, oh, he's a troubled kid or he got ADHD. You know what I'm saying? But not realizing maybe his daddy's not home or maybe he saw his dad hitting on the mom. Because I feel like, you know, your kids pay attention to your actions more so than they pay attention to what you say. Yeah. You know? But
that's the thing about life is that we as a society don't have the patience to let people share their story to get the help that they need. You know, we just quickly, you talk about the action, you show me action, if you're acting bad, then you're a bad kid. Yeah. Just like that. This is why we need so many more professionals within the field because we take the patience to really assess what's really going on. Not just quickly judge, but really assess everything about this person's life to realize what the hell is the problem and how can we solve this together. Because people are going through a lot. Some people go through a lot and could overcome it. Some people go through a lot and they're struggling. Yeah. And both sides, they still need people to check in with them. Yeah. And that's the thing I never want people to forget because I always say check on your strong friends because, yeah, your friend, he going through grief, he's overcoming it, but trust and behold, when I say he still needs someone to check in on him. No, he still needs help. He needs someone to talk to. He needs someone to vent to, someone he can lean on. So please check on all your loved ones because you never know what they're going through internally and externally.
Facts. Yo, check on your boy. You heard what he said because I had one of my homegirls tell me like, man, you just always look like you straight. And I'm like, yeah, but that don't mean I don't go through ish. I'm just a kind of cup is half full kind of guy, not half empty. You know what I mean? And, you know, the laws of polarity, right? If there's good, there's bad. It just depends on how you look at it. If there's bad, there's good. I just focus on the good. Doesn't mean that there's no bad happening. You know what I'm saying? But people will take that and say, well, hey, man, he got that. And I think social media, once again, to bring it back to that plays a huge role in that. So what do you think when people say, man, that post don't got nothing to do with me. I just posted that just for the hell of it. Do you think that's a true thing or do you think posts psychologically has to do with something that you believe in?
I would say every post that we put on social media has a benefit to it. Now, what that benefit may look like, it could be very different, a lot of different people. It could be exposure, it could be, you know, validity or validation, better yet. It could be something it makes you money, right? So you don't know what people post and what the reason is for, but everything makes sense in context if you know the reasoning behind it. So I would say there's a reason for every post out there. Okay. No, I believe so. I feel like if you posted it, you got to stand behind it. For a reason.
You know, I'm not going to sit out here and post, oh, yeah, I'm pro-Trump just for the clicks. If I'm posting that means I'm standing behind that. There's something in me that believes that, you know what I mean? Or that follows through with whatever he's saying.
Or you may want to see how many supporters that Trump has. I mean, like I said, it's not as black, white, my brother. There's a lot of different ways to view things, you know? So that's why I don't put people in any box because you'd be surprised at how many people operate outside the box.
Yeah. So, but do you think people would say, well, nah, I just wanted to see how many to take away accountability from what people would lash out them with?
That's what they say, but, you know, I doubt it. You know, there's a reason behind it, or sometimes they may not even know the reasons. Right? So like I said, sometimes we, as human beings, we tend to operate simplistically, right? So we just say things like, "Oh yeah, I'm just doing it for the clicks of it." Nah, you're doing it for private validation. Nah, you're doing it because you want to get outright of people getting angry and frustrated. So you gotta. It takes a lot of self-reflection to see why you do what you do.
Okay. Because then that would be, to me, if you're doing it for the clicks of it, right? Clickbait. I'm not going to front. I've done that. Okay. You know, my interview with Miami Tip, you know, I said a few things a certain way because I knew, okay, hey, it's going to get that, you know, that viewership that we need, right? But I feel like if you're an everyday person and you just posting, nah.
Or you may find it intriguing. That's another thing, too. If you find a post intriguing that you want to see what response were to be, you're not on one side or another. You just want to get a response from him. That's another thing, too.
Okay. All right. You hear what the doctor said. It might be intriguing. All right. So we still got to look at what you think is intriguing. So I saw you was at InvestFest, right? And there was a post where some of the, our prestige coaches, after the whole show was done, they was throwing up what it looked like to be money. I wasn't there. I don't know if you was there at that time.
I can't confirm or deny.
Okay. Man, it took law too. Right, so it looked like they were throwing up some bread, kind of like you would do at a strip club. Do you think that speaks to something on a psychological level, like, yo, I wish I could have really been in a strip club, but hey, this is just where I'm at now, or were they just having fun? Because they got a lot of backlash on that post.
I think for me, when I look at that, is that this is what's relatable to our community, unfortunately.
Okay.
So this is what our community knows. Not this is everybody's way of seeing things, but but as you said, when you throw up the money in the air, you already automatically like strip club.
Yeah, those at Coco's.
Right. You feel me? Oh, booby trap. You feel me? So automatically, our culture already can identify that. So that's not because we're relatable.
Okay. That man dropping bars. Okay. You know what? See, I'm getting therapy right here in real time. Mm-hmm. I didn't see it like that at first. But now I guess you looking at it from the, the gray area, right? It was just relatable to us, and it did what it was supposed to do in terms of the clicks.
Yep.
Damn.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, you got some money? Hold on. I mean, but I still feel like, I don't know, me personally, it's only so far I would go to kind of get a click. Because I still feel like something in you, like, to me, if it doesn't resonate with me, I just can't get behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't rock with that. So, like, even though, I saw what Sukihana did in London, or, we out here, I'm not posting that because that's not the side of her I rock with. Mm-hmm. When she was with Dr. Umar, that's what I was more like, okay, I want her to speak more to that. I'm not judging her. It's just, that's not me. So do you think still, people should be more conscious of saying like, hey, this is what I'm putting out. Does it really stand for something that I stand for once the cameras are off?
You know what? In a perfect world, that sounds nice. It sounds good. it sounds very lovely when you say it like that. You feel me? But over here, we're going to keep it real over here. You feel me? So you have to understand, you got to do what works for you. And whatever works for you, you got to accept the criticism and the backlash. But if you're okay with that and it works for you and it helps you achieve whatever goal that you're trying to achieve, by all means, who am I to say you're wrong for that? Who am I to say that you're acting, childishly? That's not my role. That's not my place. For anybody who's taking that place in that role, you're judging. Only God could judge. You feel me? So you should not be judging for anybody. You feel me? So you gotta let people do what they do and be who they want to be, and just enjoy the show. So Suki want to do what she want to do, and it's getting her clicks and it's getting her paid, which it is. She's getting a lot more opportunities since she's been doing these type of things. Yeah. So who am I to say, no, don't do that, so she could lose her opportunity? No, I'm not going to do that to any of my sisters or my brothers. If this works for you and it's working. And it's working. Go ahead. Now, if you do and it's not working. Then pivot. You got to pivot like I did back in the day when I was in high school, you feel me? So you got to do what you got to do. Okay. Do you still play ball now? Oh, yeah, man. Ball is life all day, my brother. Okay. But how are you like getting fit then? How are you staying like mentally sound? I definitely work out between 4 or 5 times a week, yeah. Play ball once a week as well, so that's definitely part of my self-care routine. And I also like to take long showers in the morning, man. I take about 30 to 45-minute long showers, hot showers. It works for me. Like I said, do what works for you, right? Yeah. The water, the hot shower, something about that. That's what I do on my planning. That's what I do on my, setting on my goals for the day and for the week. So I definitely love hot showers. Okay. You getting your Luther on in there? Set the mood, the music, just in my Zen moment. You feel me? Okay, so you be doing meditation and stuff? Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. Okay, because I saw on your site that you said you are getting into, or are you into more like of a holistic way? I think my whole approach has been holistic with therapy. Okay. With the music side, the talking side of things, I think that's the best way, although I support all the things that's out there to support other people. But I think the holistic is the best approach, at least the first approach that most people should take. Yeah. And then leading to other methods, whatever suits for them, Okay. So are you more like on the Dr. Sebi, take... That's not my thing. I'm going to let them have it. Really? Okay, so you're not a vegan. You still eat meat and stuff like that? I love this. I'm Haitian, man. I got to eat, my brother. This is not just vegan right here. Okay, that's not just broccoli? Nah, my brother, I got to eat. Okay. So see... Shit, boy, put me on a diet.
I don't know, because you be seeing some of these dudes. You got brothers like Yaki. They kind of swole, or 19 Keys.
Yeah.
And they're like vegans, and they're still saying, yo, we swole, we out here. So I was just figuring, because I'm trying to get the gut down. So I'm just trying to figure out what's the best way to go about that.
Let me say this. As you can see from basically what they're saying, it could be done.
Yeah.
That's not for me. That's all I can say. It's not for me. And that's okay.
Yeah. He said, man, I'm going to bust up that legume, that
oxtail, tear it up.
Yeah, bro. That curry goat, I ain't even going to front.
You go nice now.
Probably
orders that when I leave here. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? And next week is Thanksgiving.
Well, I'm about to gain 10 pounds. If I lose the next few days, 5 pounds.
Nah, facts. Yo, so seeing that you be all in the circles, right?
Yeah.
All in the rooms, how do you pick who to keep around you in terms of like friendships? Or do you have, did you start it with your people in the gym?
That's a very good question, because I would say you got to keep your circle small. Because even though, and when I see people got 5, 10, 15 people in their circle, I'm
whole entourage.
You just asking for trouble. Because in that entourage, listen, they crucified Jesus. And if you know the Bible, I ain't gonna go too much in the Bible, but it was a circle that went after that man. So understand, they did that to Jesus, my brother. They're gonna do it to you too, easily in a second. They're just looking for the opportunity to take you down.
Yeah.
So I would say, keep your circle small. I would say 2 to 3. Your circle, you just put your family.
2 to 3.
2 to 3. You don't need no more than that. But you could be cordial. You could have friends, or associates, how people like to call it. But in that circle where you can lean on people, trust people with everything and anything, you want to keep that small as possible, because at the end of the day, not everybody wants the best for you.
No, that's
true. People are literally waiting for the opportunity to take you down. So once you look at life that way, it puts you, it allows you to move in a certain type of way. Some people move as if they're untouchable. You're not. It be your own people, your own family member could take you down too. You gotta keep your eye open, but while keeping your eye open, understand that the people that you trust, give the opportunity to trust them and allow them to trust you as well. But understand they can disappoint you.
Yeah,
they can hurt you, maybe intentionally or unintentionally. But you can be disappointed by the people that love you so much. So just be ready for anything, because that's how life is. Like I said, life is not black and white. To say black and white would be like saying, okay, because he's my friend, you can't hurt me. That's black and white thinking. I would never think that way.
Yeah.
But gray areas, understand that anybody can do anything at anybody at any given time.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Nah, facts. So did you have to kind of like leave some people behind and replace with some new ones based upon where you were going?
Oh, left people behind and they stayed behind. Sometimes you don't have to replace nothing. You just you cut them off and that's it, because you need to. I realize for you to go to where you're trying to go to, not everybody could come on this ride. You have to let people go, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's not for everybody. Your blessings ain't for everybody. And what I see is that people are trying to carry the whole squad, the whole team, the whole the crew.
Yeah, do it MC Hammer style.
Yeah,
everybody come in. Yeah, yo, get him the dad, the champagne, get the room. Yeah,
or the A-Stein, boys in the hood, not boys in the hood, but everybody eat B.
Everybody eats B.
Everybody eat B. Yeah. Nah, man, everybody can't eat with you.
Okay,
everybody can eat, but not with you.
Okay, I like that. Everybody can eat, but not with you. Okay. So what do you think about friends that would say they're friends, but they come around with the so-called, man, that was a joke. Man, I see you shining, dog. You ain't about to be the only one, though. So what you think about that? Do you think that's just old-time friendship rhetoric, or that's really internal, like hate, like that's somebody to replace?
I would say I got my eye on you. I'm watching you. And I'm watching you moving forward. So I'm not gonna cut you off. I'm just gonna know I'm watching you. I'm watching you very closely with a fine eye. So move correctly, or I gotta cut you off.
So you don't look at those jokes as like old time homies, like, man, it's me, man.
No,
I know you like that.
Not at all. Especially being in the space that I'm in, mental health, therapy. I look at life very differently, man. Because I'm in the trenches, so I understand what life looks like.
Boots on ground.
You feel me? So people think about, I have a certain standard. How this is right, this is wrong. There's no right or wrong in life. It's all about what's right in that moment. You feel me? So things that change. That's to say, you have to operate in the gray area, because when you start looking at life that way, it operates on all gray. You start realizing that anything can happen. Yeah. One minute you could be at the top of the world, the next minute you could be at the bottom. No, that's how life works. Yeah. It's crazy where we're living, but you have to. Once you understand it, life becomes so much easier.
Yeah. Nah, you're right, man. I ain't gonna front. It's been tough, even being in the podcast space. Like, you would think, certain people are actually really trying to be friends with you. Yeah. but really they just wanted to see what you was doing and what they could do better and go off and do the same thing that you doing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like you could have just asked me. Because I feel like I could give you the whole sauce. That don't necessarily mean you're going to go and do it.
Yeah.
You could have just asked. Not try to say you my homie and, yo, bro, I see what you doing, man. Yo, dog. And then I'm like, God damn. Like, what the heck?
Listen, we're the only culture that to go up, we got to take someone down. We're the only culture that does that.
Where do you think that comes from, though?
Oh, man. I mean, of course, slavery, man. We've been groomed and conditioned to do that. You know, when a white man removed the male from the household and the people are fighting for leftovers and crumbs just to, you know, get to the master's good side, that's where it all comes from. And like I said, we're not too far removed from segregation. And I tell people all the time, it's looking like 60 years, 70 years? My math sucks, but 80, I mean, not less than 100 years.
Yeah.
So, you feel me? So when you look at that, and of course you have grandparents and grandkids still going through that process, still been taught those ways. We're still going through it. So for us,
Facts.
we got to change the way we see things, understand that was the past, but for us to move in the future, we got to change our perspective on life, because life has to change. Because we're in a new day, we're in a new age, so we got to look at life very differently for us to be successful.
Nah, facts. Because, you know, you have some people who say, man, take accountability. That slavery stuff, that was back then. We right now.
I would say do both. You know, be mindful about the past, but understand that you can't blame the present only on the past, because you have to be mindful about you have the power to change some of these things.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be pretty, but you got to be mindful that, listen, sometimes I can't, you know, when you get pulled over by a cop, I got to be extra. I got to put the window down, put my hands on the wheel, just because, you know, I got to make sure I stay alive to see the next day.
No, facts.
I got homeboys, but nah, man, they wrong. I got to show them, I got to curse them out.
Nah, brother.
And then now you wear the RIP on the shirt, man, the
Yeah.
next day. So, you know, you got to be mindful of these things. Well, we could be the change. And this is why being in the position I am in, like being a doctor, understand that I'm one of one, but understand I can't do it by myself.
No, facts.
It takes a village, it takes a crew, it takes all of us who are in these high spaces and platforms to talk about what's right, what's wrong, what's, you know, and just make that change for us, man. We could do it. We have enough people in these different fields to make the change if we came together. The problem is we have not come together as of yet. We are going against each other. We are pulling each other down. We're trying to fight towards each other. So do like the Jewish community. Listen, when you talk to the Jewish community, you can't fuck with them. You cannot. You do anything to the Jewish community, you understand, you're getting canceled.
Yeah, you getting
you know,
X'd out all the way.
In a second.
Yeah.
But when you talk about us, you may get some negativity on social media, but that's about it.
He all right with me, though.
Yeah, that's about it. So we got to support each other. We got to be there for each other, so we could be which I believe is the best culture out of all cultures out there if we came together.
No, facts. So speaking about that, do you focus more on our community, or are you kind of a all for one for all kind of guy?
I'm pro-black, my brother. You know, so
okay, that man said, "Yo, pro-black."
But I do serve all communities, so let me make that clear. So we ain't gonna get me in trouble here, but nah, I do serve all.
Put the disclaimer right there. No, but I agree with you, because me and my dad go back and forth about this all the time, and I'm like, "Yo, Dad, not all blondes are bad." You know what I'm saying?
That's true. You're right.
So at the end of the day, I look at it like, okay, he's a human being. Where are you right now in your mental space? Because when I was trying to get into the real estate game, some of my people, I was ready to leave work ASAP. They're like, oh, yeah, we're going to let you know. Oh, yeah. And when I reached out to a group on Bigger Pockets, Bob helped me out ASAP.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? Got my credit right. And I'm not shunning us. I'm just saying sometimes they be more inclined to help you than us.
Well, they have the resources. You know,
okay.
Sometimes they have the more resources than we do, and that's why I say you got to be able to broaden your horizon. You can't just stick to one culture or a certain type of people.
Facts.
Because you can learn something from anybody if you give them the opportunity. So if you're trying to grow, you're trying to mature, you're trying to expand yourself and your wealth as well, you need to put yourself in all types of circles. And then next thing you know, you'll be a millionaire in a second if you just open yourself up to new possibilities.
Nah, facts. And I be seeing you, bro. I be watching your page. You be in all the different color suits. I'm like, yo, I got to get my suit game up on the reels. Like, okay, can't be wearing the same blazer.
Oh, man.
But, brother, let me ask you this question, right?
Sure, what's up?
Sorry, I mean to cut you. In therapy, right, because I know that's still your realm that you're in.
It is.
Do you think flooding, right, is a beneficial tool when it comes to dealing with a client?
When you say flooding, explain that, Louis, from your standpoint.
So to me, I always looked at it like flooding is when you're hitting a person with too much of truth, right? When I researched it, it was a tactic that they used on people that came from the military. So they would be hitting them with too much reality. So I realized, like, damn, that's why this mug didn't want to come around me, because I was probably talking too much truth. But it's a psychological term. Have you ever used that method? Or is that?
I have not, but I would say this, everybody is different.
Okay.
I would use this analogy for like parenting.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you hear, particularly in our community, tough love. Tough love could work for this child and not work for this child. And you have to be able to pivot for this child to make sure that he's successful within your household. Okay. So you can't use one way to do things. So if you see that you're telling the truth, or you're flooding them with all types of, exposure about what's going on, what's real, what's not, and this person's taking it, by all means continue. But if you see this can't handle it, then I would say pivot, change it up so they can receive the information that you're trying to teach them. Because if you care about that person, you would do what's best for that to maintain a relationship. Now, if you don't care, then so be it. Be you and continue being you. And then if they like it, cool. They don't, oh well. But if you care about them, you deserve to change your approach so you can maintain that relationship.
Okay. So how you approach the situation definitely matters.
It does.
Okay, so I got to switch up there. My bad, y'all.
That's if you care, right?
Yeah.
Nah, we don't care about everybody, because I damn sure don't care about everybody either. So I'm going to be me. I got to be. But if I do care about somebody, I got to switch it up.
No, facts. I wasn't aware. I was just like, man, you running from the truth. Keeping it real. The facts are there. I don't know if that's me being a Capricorn. Man, you should have been a lawyer. I'm like, nah, here it go right here. But when I did my due diligence and I was researching, I was like, oh, I was flooding them.
But the truth is very subjective.
Okay.
So, your truth ain't my truth, and my truth ain't your truth. So that's why you have to look at life once again, very differently, right?
Okay. Because
your reality is not my reality. You feel me? You see things very differently, and I gotta respect it just as well. I want you to respect the way I see things too.
Okay. So I gotta get some therapy, y'all. We gonna book a session, because I be trying to get people into my reality. You know what I'm saying? But you're 100% right on that. I think everybody's living their own movie.
Yeah.
And if you want to play a part in my movie, it's cool. But if it's not meshing, then you got to do your scene over there.
Yeah.
And maybe I could just love you from a distance, right?
Because why would I let you be the executive producer of my movie?
Facts. Okay, yeah, I like that.
Whenever,
what's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Oh, okay, Malcolm X in the building. okay, the leader. I see it there in your aura. Yeah. Okay, that's what's up, man.
And also staying grounded too, right?
Yeah. Facts. So what's next for you, man? You gonna be in a movie coming up? You about to hit the runway?
Oh man, all of the above, man. Do a little bit of filming, do a podcast, and of course all the major platforms. You already know early next year, you're gonna see me on all those platforms, whether it be Grammys, BET Awards.
Facts, man.
VMA. I mean, the list go on and on.
Hold on, you about to start your own podcast?
Oh man, no, I ain't gonna do that.
Okay.
That's a lot of work, man.
Hey,
I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you have it.
Nah, man, we could probably partner up.
Just invite me on this one. It's all you right there, man.
Nah, facts, back. Man, let everybody know where they can find you at.
So once again, my name is Dr. Jeff Rocker. You can find me on IG at AskJeff or even my website, AskJeffRocker.com.
Okay, brother, this was dope to have you on.
All day, my brother.
Yeah, man, facts. Yo, y'all already know what it is. It's Mr. Williams with the I Talk Great podcast. You like everything you've been seeing, you like this content, go ahead and click the button below, subscribe, share a friend, tell a friend, sorry. Well, you can share it with your friends, right? And we out of here. Yeah.
Cheers.